If you guys are still looking for proxies to use or a good cook group to be in, here's a few that I'm currently sponsored by. I'm currently sponsored by Live, Oculus, and Hey Proxies. Those have been the three that's been working best for me since I started botting. So if you want those, I'll have some information down in my description below so you guys can look them up. And a couple cook groups that I'm in, Drop Alert and Starter Square, they have really good information on upcoming drops, restocks, stock numbers, and many other features as well. So I'll have all this information down in my description, including some promo codes that I have, which gives you guys a discount on them. So if you're interested in any at all, check out my description. What's up, guys? Today I'll be setting up my NSB bot for the Jordan 1s that are dropping this weekend. These don't look that profitable at the moment, but they are Jordan 1s, so I think they'll be fairly easy to move. So the sites I'll be going over today is Foot Locker, Champ Sports, Foot Action, Shoe Palace, and Jimmy Jazz. So just those 5 sites today. So let's start off with Foot Locker. And remember, the steps I'm about to do for Foot Locker is exactly the same for Champ Sports, Eastbay, and Foot Action. So Foot Locker, always have it on smooth. And then for the SKU, here's how you get it in case you're a beginner. Here I'm on the Foot Locker website under the Releases tab. And the shoes are right here, November 20th. I'll only be going over the men's pair, by the way, but you'll do the same steps for grade school if you're going for that as well. So you just click on, here's the men's pair, you just click on the shoe. It'll take you to its product page, and then you can see up here where it shows the numbers. This right here is what you'll be copying and pasting into the SKU. Just copy that, paste it. So just like that. For sizes, if you don't care what size you want, you could leave it blank for random, or you could type out the sizes you want. For example, I'm going to go for 9 through 12, so here's how I type it. You'll just type in each number and then separate it with a comma. And don't use any spaces. So just like that, number, comma, and then the next number. Billing, select your billing. For proxies, here's what I'm using at the moment. Oculus ISPs, Live, and Hey proxies. For advanced, I like to leave this alone, so I don't even click on it. Schedule task, my drops are at 7 a.m. because I live on the West Coast, so I always start at 10 minutes before the drop, so at 6:50. And then solve capture, I'd leave that unclicked as well. I don't click on it. Submit that, and that's how you set up the task for Foot Locker. And like I said earlier, it's going to be the exact same steps for Champ Sports, Eastbay, and Foot Action. So let's go with Champ Sports next. Sometimes the SKU is the same as well, but let's just make sure just in case. So I'm on Champ Sports now. Here's the men's pair. I'll click on it. And you can see up here in the link, the SKU is exactly the same as Foot Locker. As you can see, so yeah, it is. So it'll make it easier to set up tasks. You just put in the same SKU or leave the SKU that was already in there. Put in the sizes you want, starting it 10 minutes before as well. And then submit it. So let's just say, for example, I'm using all 3 of these proxies. I like to mix it up, so I'd go like that. So yeah, that's how you set up for Champ Sports. The last site I'll go over is Foot Action for the foot sites. Eastbay is only dropping the grade school pair, that's why I'm not going over Eastbay, but it'll be the same steps anyways. Foot Action, here's the men's pair, and it looks like the SKU is the same as well. So submit that. So that's how I set up the task for Foot Locker, Champ Sports, and Foot Action. That's how the setup looks. Always have it on smooth. I showed you guys how to get SKU, how to put in your sizes. Let's say, for example, I want a random size. I leave it blank right now, right? I put submit, and you can see the size right here changed to RA, which is random. So yeah, you could leave it blank for random. But now the next site I'll be going over is a Shopify site now. So this one's Shoe Palace. For Shoe Palace, pick Cyborg 3.0. And Shoe Palace, always get the link. And here's how you get it. You can see now I'm on the Shoe Palace website under the releases. And showing the grade school. Okay, here's the men's pair right here. You just click on it. It'll take you to the product page. And then you just simply copy and paste the link up here. Just copy the whole link and paste it in. Sizes are going to be the same thing as well. You could type it out or leave it blank if you want. For Shopify sites, I recommend you guys use no proxy, an ISP, or a DC proxy. So let's just say, for example, I'll go with no proxy for Shoe Palace. At advanced, I like to lower it a bit for Shopify sites. So I like to put 3,000 for each. The default settings is 3,500, so just 500 less than the default settings. Shoe pellets, I also like to start at 10 minutes before the drop, so at 650. And you don't need an account, so you don't have to click on require login, but submit that. And that's my setup for Shoe Palace. So now I'll be going over one more site now, which is Jimmy Jazz. And Jimmy Jazz steps really similar to Shoe Palace. You put on Cyborg 3.0, and then you can also get a link. So here's Jimmy Jazz under the releases, and you can see the shoe right here. Just click on it, takes you to the product page, and then just copy and paste the whole link. Sizes is the same thing. This is another Shopify site, so again, no proxy, an ISP or a DC proxy. It's a Shopify site, so I like to lower my delays just a bit. Jimmy Jazz NSB recommends you start it 5 to 8 minutes before the drop. So for example, if I wanted to start it 8 minutes before, I'd start it at 6:52. Submit that. And that's how I'm going to set up for the Jordan 1s that are dropping this weekend. I went over the 3 foot sites, Foot Locker, Champ Sports, and Foot Action, and then Shoe Palace and Jimmy Jazz. That was all for the men's pair. If you want to go for a grade school pair, just do the same exact steps. The SKU and link will be different, so make sure you get those, but it's going to be the same steps. But anyways, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel, like the video. If I'm able to hit a few pairs on NSB, I'll be posting a live cup, so stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys are still looking for proxies to use or a good cook group to be in, here's a few that I'm currently sponsored by. I'm currently sponsored by Live, Oculus, and Hey Proxies. Those have been the 3 that's been working best for me since I started botting, so if you want those, I'll have some information down in my description below, so you guys can look them up. And a couple cook groups that I'm in, Drop Alert and Starter Square, they have really good information on upcoming drops, restocks, stock numbers, and many other features as well. So I'll have all this information down in my description, including some promo codes that I have, which gives you guys a discount on them. So if you're interested in any at all, check out my description.